Dear colleagues, let me start my topic with a small introduce how today um, Hungary started the process of the ratification the Finland and Sweden as a membership into the NATO. So the first part of my topic will be they discuss how to, the budget deficits of Ukraine during the due to the war which connected with the rejected Russian aggression over territory of Ukraine. Russia, according to the said Pentagon, Russia have occupation 20% territory of the Ukraine and war not will stop during the 2 maybe 3 year. And certainly we must to note especially that the supplies jet fighters, F-6s, F-6s and others have not possibility to the overcome situation in the battlefield battlefields and suddenly the more the perspective to the supply the have a weapon for the ground forces. So nobody supposed for them to supply the Ukraine the submarines and other warships also. And totally the main question that is more perspective to discuss about the budget deficit of the Ukraine economy. So, according to the calculation MAF and US treasuries, budget deficit of Ukraine government for the this year will be 38 billion US dollars. And if you remember, Janet Yellen have been visit into the Kiev the 24th of the February and promised about 10 billion US dollars. This is a 10 billion dollars, not the military. This is financial support only, and this is money for the budget support from the United States. Also, the additional to the support of the European Commission's money, 1.5 billion euros during every month. So the and so the 10 billion US dollars is from the US treasuries and 15 billion dollars of the credit of the IMF and 18 billion euros from the European Commission. It will be sufficient for the cover of the deficit of the Ukraine budget. And last of the first part of topic of today, I'd like to tell note that at the 27th of the February, the first tranche from the US Treasury have been haven't yet. Ukraine treasuries is assumed $1.25 billion. So I think that all the financial institutes and the state and states levels and international financial organizational and international support enough for the budget to decide budget problem of the Ukraine government. And so we have another story how the support the currency rate of the Ukraine hryvnia. Hryvnia, the national currency of the Ukraine, and so the currency rate of the Ukraine national money have a big significance with the with the national economy in the war condition, and certainly the currency rate must be stability, and totally and more and more inflation by the print money have not nothing interest for the for nation, and not only out of the donors donators of Ukraine government. So the before the second part of my topic, I'd like to tell how the Russian problem and the second part will be. So the and the conclusion or the first part of the talk will be the two stones need for all economy the support in currency rate and support the budget of any countries. The second before second part of my topic will be oh Jesus. About Hungary, I told. Okay, let's start topic. Oh, Jesus. The first time the diplomatic history, how the U.S. chief of the Department of State have a meeting with all of the five ministers of the foreign offices of the Central Asia countries. This is the former of the Soviet countries, very important in the connection of Ukraine story certainly. So this is I must tell the geographic. If you see at the map, you can see this is a geographically among between the Russia and China. This is a region for the U.S. diplomacy. Diplomacy have a strategic character. And certainly, the first meeting, U.S. Secretary Antony Blinken with the first minister have a big significance. Totally, the first US secretary who have visit into the Central Asia in the 21st century, but was Hillary Clinton. She arrived at Tajikistan after the visit of Afghanistan. But after the immediately after the destroy Soviet Union, John Boehner visited U.S. Secretary John Boehner visited in Turkmenistan in 1992, and so this is a very big and certainly the after pandemic and the after Afghanistan story, if you remember how Joe Biden will draw suddenly and quick will draw the U.S. troops and NATO troops follow of it out of Afghanistan, and certainly this is region have strategic significance for the United States and NATO in increasing in improving scale. So two problem among Russian Federation and China People Republic, also the to keep in mind the situation in Afghanistan. So and during the pandemic, State Department had a policy in Asia, Central Asia, and allocated money, for example, $10 billion one day, allocated by the Mike Pompeo. And right now, Anthony Blinken in Tashkent in the offline meeting with the ministers of the foreign offices of Central Asia Republic allocated 25 million US dollars US dollars for the with the real aim with the exactly aim about to the against the Russian and Uzbekistan collaboration, and in economy and other shares. Only the main hit with the gas cooperation against the gas cap create and another tranche in the size of 25 billion US dollars. Anthony Blinken put at the table desk as the evidences for the humanitarian problem in the Uzbekistan and another countries of the five post-Soviet republics in this region. So this is a visit in Tashkent was after the meeting in the Astana, and certainly Astana have a more problem with the cooperation with the United States of America and NATO and European Union due to the biggest ground borderline with the Russian Federation. This is the main problem. And certainly the United States came to the suppose close eyes about to the transit Kazakhstanian oil through the Iran by the race Aktau or Astrabat Bender So, and this is a project, and totally another side, we have how the after the visit, Iranian President Raisi into the Beijing and meeting with Xi Jinping, the immediately into the China arrived Alexander Lukashenko. Oh, certainly there we have competition. Competition is need to the recognize in the Asia beaches space of the Asia between the United States of America and China. It's but we have a positive moment of this situation due to the reject our Taiwan problem. The competition United States and China in the Central Asia and the Middle average East with another story out of the South China Sea, for example, and Taiwan. And certainly here the United States have to the involved here all alias UK, European Union, even the Brazil and another South America into this region. Certainly Japan, South Korea, Philippines also. It's very interesting situation. Certainly. And but the second part of my topic must be about the another situation in the Russia and Russia relation. Russian State Duma wanted to change some of the articles in the criminal code of the Russian Federation about the discreditation army and another forces who have a fight in the Ukraine, and certainly it's very interesting. This is proposals will be entered by the suppose of the chief of the private military company, Alexander Jesus. Mr. Prigozhin. So it's very interesting how the private firm have influence of the policy in the laws maker of the Russian Federation. It's but certainly the Prigozhin have a long relationship with the defense office or the Arbatsky Square. And often compliment how the he have not sufficient in the significance quantitative with the military ammunitions for the guns, automatic weapon, and bazooks, and another. So certainly defense of Russian Defense Office the first time supplies own forces in Donetsk and then just to supplies the film of Mr. Prigozhin. Jesus. Jesus. And certainly, after the After the call, the big ring underground, Russian underground in Moscow, Sergei Sobyanin have not another project. And the background of the situation in social shares in the first stage of the education, the first stage of the medical service. He will have big problem with the continue of the major position. And totally at that background, Moscow major must to the involve Russian President Vladimir Putin and Vladimir Putin as the biggest advertisement to the announce the open the new big ring of the Russian Moscow underground. So the biggest financial resource for the resources which was expenditures Moscow government for the building big ring underground allows to to support that the Moscow government could be built mono railway in the underground. It will be very original. So but cheaper due to the in the winter in the autumn, winter, and early spring. The mono railway had cold due to the cold and warm weather have fresh so cover to cover ice. So this is a magnet levitation of the monorails have not effective, but in the underground temperature usually have a permanent. And so this is will be very cheap. And so another story. If the Sergei Sobyanin in the big ring, I must tell the big ring underground another system, and here he can to accept to use the European railway. So Russian railway have distance between the two to the steel rails, rails 15-20 millimeters, and so the European, also in China and all America have distance between the two rails 14-35 millimeters. So this is I'm historians, economical historians. I must to know that this is the size of the Roma's shadows. So and certainly this is also will be cheaper. And the last problem of the Moscow metro, the train have not capability to the change size. So for example, I saw in the Oslo how the train have one vehicle, yeah, underground, and certainly the period of the biggest passenger stream train must be more long. So consequences the long of the platform, but in the small passengers stream, Moscow Metro have change refused of the train. And for example, this is we have in the underground train announced. This is a train not go further. We ask to the leave the vehicles. So this is announced Hamlet in English translation, as if the name the station often in Moscow have English translation. Jesus, and certainly that this is my so this is one conclusion. Moscow Metro was built by the old sketch due to the Russian power. Russian authorities have a quick have not more time. Oh, this is object, the big ring underground. Big ring line was built for the security. And so this is a big mistake. The whole new ring was built the deep underground. So if exactly high exactly rockets destroyed the ground building station, the people and employees will be underground for the whole time. But so certainly the no border control budget expenditures in the Russian in the Russian Federation. So this is a result. If you know the Ukraine story, the same. So thank you. Bye.